coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the New York Giants and the Detroit Lions. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Carr right away going to look to throw. He'll drop that underneath DTM. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Now Carr. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and it almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Lions are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
Hey, 43, 43, yellow.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space, kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. To throw, it's Mahomes. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. And they'll go again with Etienne. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. This is intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The last series for them a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 31 yards there and a first down. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you could hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Tyus Bowser blowing that play up.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And the first play will be a field goal try. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. So he's been automatic to this point in the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields it in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
Well, he fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it, and you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone, and that's exactly why he did.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when it work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Adams, the man in motion left. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Attack!
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. And the tight end goes in motion left. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 35. Adams, the man in motion right. On 1st down, Mahomes. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The Lions had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. Finding Knox there, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 20-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Here's 2nd and 10. They run once more with Edwards. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The Lions now going to use the timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Mahomes looks to throw on third down. Caught by Wilson. And he is going to have a Lions first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful. It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion. On 2nd and very short, Carr. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a play fake. Carr. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in the field goal range now at the 27-yard line. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles, so as we start the third quarter. Curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5. Here comes the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From just shy of midfield, Carr. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The touch and time here critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Carr. He's going to wind up and air it out. It's caught at the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And most people think of Derek Carr kind of as a guy who excels throwing the short pass, but he can dial it up when need be. And they'll run with ETN.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Jeremy Chin picks it off.
And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yo, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On second down, it's Edwards.
And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Edwards. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard penalty brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. That is complete downfield to Knox. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown. Dawson Knox with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
They'll try the left side with ETN.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
ETN once more to about the 35, 2nd down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Carr. Open man here is Conklin. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
A gain of 30. And the Giants first down.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 1st down, right back to ETN.
And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
A handoff running left is ETN.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
65 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal.
ETN up the middle.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Another tote for ETN.
And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out.
And this will be caught at the 30. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop them with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Mahomes to throw it. He finds Wilson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
One final try for Mahomes. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. With zeros on the clock. And an extra point will send us to OT.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down one, is tempted to go for two. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carrying it into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie us at 24. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Scott on the return out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Draw play, ETN. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
82 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
A give to ETN running right.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays
defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Now, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick 6, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19.
What can Mahomes do now with his overtime drive?
That's complete to Chase.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
That was an excellent come from